English Grammar Part 2, 7th grade, 3rd term. We will talk about the past simple, past progressive, and the passive voice. The past simple. We use the past simple when an action is finished in the past. For example, I visited Berlin last week. She flew to London last month. We also use the simple past for a series of completed actions in the past. For example, first I got up, then I had breakfast. The simple past can be used together with the past progressive or past continuous. The simple past interrupted an action which was in progress in the past. For example, they were playing cards when the telephone rang. Here are examples of words that signal the simple past. For example, yesterday, last week, a month ago, in 2002, and last year. Let's take a look at the structure of the simple past. With regular verbs, the infinitive verb is added with the ending ed. With irregular verbs, the second column of the table of the irregular verbs. Let's take a look at examples of affirmative sentences with regular verbs and irregular verbs. I played football. I went to the cinema. We visited Alaska last year. We were in Rome yesterday. Let's take a look at examples of negative sentences. You must not negate a full verb in English. Always use the auxiliary did, simple past of to do for negation. For example, I played football. I didn't play football. He didn't play football. Questions. Use the auxiliary did, simple past of to do. Did you play football? Let's talk about the past progressive. The past progressive or the past continuous. We use the past progressive when we talk about something which was happening at a special time in the past. It is also called past continuous. Have a look at the following examples. Example 1. Action was in progress at special time in the past. Peter was reading a book yesterday evening. She was listening to the radio. Example 2. Two actions were happening at the same time. The actions do not influence each other. Anne was writing a letter while Steve was reading the New York Times. Example 3. Repeated actions that irritate the speaker with always, constantly, or forever. Andrew was always coming in late. I don't like it. Or in simple past, Andrew always came late. Here, I don't give a comment. Let's talk about the passive voice. The passive voice is used when the focus is on the action. It is not important or not known, however, who or what is performing the action. For example, my bike was stolen. In the example above, the focus is on the fact that my bike was stolen. I do not know, however, who did it. Sometimes, a statement in passive is more polite than active voice, as the following example shows. Example, a mistake was made. In this case, I focus on the fact that a mistake was made, but I do not blame anyone. For example, you have made a mistake. Let's take a look at 8 examples of passive voice. Number 1. The simple present. Active. Rita writes a letter. In the passive, a letter is written by Rita. Number 2. The simple past. Active. Rita wrote a letter. Passive. A letter was written by Rita. Number 3. The present perfect. Active. Rita has written a letter. Passive. A letter has been written by Rita. Number 4. The future simple. Active. Rita will write a letter. Passive. A letter will be written by Rita. Number 5. Present progressive. Active. Rita is writing a letter. Passive. A letter is being written by Rita. Number 6. The past progressive. Active. Rita was writing a letter. Passive. A letter was being written by Rita. Number 7. The past perfect. Active. Rita had written a letter. Passive. A letter had been written by Rita. Number 8. Future perfect. Active. Rita will have written a letter. Passive. A letter will have been written by Rita.
Thank you for watching.